Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Prison Architect. Woo, it's been a long time since I would say since I loaded up this game. I literally loaded up this game and played it for like 30 minutes just to get our cash up, like I said I would do at the end of the last episode. It's been like 2 months since the last episode, and that means there have been 2 monthly updates since. And basically, I'm just going to go through over some of the changes they've added. The first being, they've added temperature now. There are natural sources of heat. As you can see, it's kind of cold outside. 10 degrees is the heat of the world. Prisoners have new needs. These prisoners don't. I've currently got my prison intake closed. But yeah, there is a new need for warmth, which they get through, heating and through hot water through the shower. I think also sinks now need hot water to effectively work because these food trays are just not getting cleaned up. So yeah, I have closed off prisoner intake before I made any big change to the prison, for example, adding in all the radiators. But yeah, as you can see, if you go into logistics and temperature, if you have power stations or water pumps indoors, then they will naturally heat up the surrounding areas. Same as kitchens. When the kitchens are cooking food, they will heat up the canteen and the rooms around them. As you can see, like this, for some reason, the middle of this is quite warm. I'm not quite sure how. Oh, it must have been heated up during the day, and then as you can see around the outside, 9-10 degrees. The shower on the inside is 12 degrees. So there is some sort of heat bleed, and there's a way we can stop that, and that's what we're going to start adding in now. Okay, so under utilities, you now have a new water boiler. It's a tiny little 2x1 thing, and we're going to add that in just here. It needs a large pipe connected to it, and also I think power for it to work, which kind of makes sense because if it's a water boiler, it's going to need to boil water somehow, so we'll boil it with electricity, I guess. So that will add that in there. So we'll wait for that to be installed. Actually, what I'm going to do as well is materials, fence. I'm actually going to put a fence around it. Oh, yep, there's our daily dose of tasers being fired. I'm firing my taser. Okay, and then I'm also going to add in a staff door. There we go. Just so that only staff can get to the water boiler, because I'm not sure yet if prisoners can sabotage these or not. Yeah, I'm basically going to have my water boiler on the interior. I need to add some lights around the outside of my prison actually, because it gets very dark here at night. Okay, so once that gets power, which I believe it has now, cool, so that is all connected up fine and dandy and stuff. So now we have these hot water pipes, and again there is some sort of natural bleed as to how far these can go, but what I want to do is, because I don't actually know how far these can go, this is going to be a great test. See if that is actually far enough, and I guess we can add some little spurs off here onto this particular pipe. Okay, so then all of these showers will now have hot water, well, once these pipes are added. And you can see that the hot water pipes are actually on a completely separate layer to the other water pipes, so they can overlap, which is fantastic. Super glad they did that. Okay, so that is our hot water for this shower block installed. Basically, hot showers aren't a necessity for prisoners. What they do, though, is they add some luxury. As I say, it adds the warmth. So it reduces the warmth need, but also a cold shower in the morning acts as like a suppressant. So they go, get out of the cold shower. I can't be bothered to do anything today, cause havoc or try and better themselves, which is a bit of a difficult situation for us because we've got the gangs in this prison. If you can't remember, we've got our Supermax cells up there with our gangs asleep. So yeah, it's a bit tricky for us because our gangs don't actually do any work. So they won't get involved in classes, they won't work in the mailroom, the cleaning cupboard or whatever. They will just do what they want during their free times, which is mostly cause trouble. It's going to be fun. I think I'm going to play through this game again. Probably not on the channel, but I'm going to definitely play through the game again, and have I don't know what you'd call it, but a minimum security only prison, just to see how different it is. So I want to bring my electricity in here, and I want to bring in my large pipe here, and then get some hot water pipes and hook up all of these showers. Should be fine. Same up here. I don't know if I'm going to need a separate boiler there. I might get a separate boiler anyway, just for this sink. That was actually a good point. I wanted to test out. Ooh, I wonder if I can reach that sink there with this boiler. Oh man, this is tricky. Let's just pull a hot water pipe along there and there. See how that does. Speed things up a little bit, because there is obviously some other stuff I want to do today. Let's get a fence around here, and then a door. Boom. Alright, cool. So hopefully adding hot water to that sink will make it a bit more efficient. I'm not actually too sure. I didn't read up much on it, so we'll have to see. We're going to have to get some more hot water pipes along here, because, you know, I do kind of want to open my prison back up to being used. I can't actually see. Oh, to being open even. Okay, so I think those will now all be connected. We'll soon see. And I'm going to need another water boiler sort of up here as well. How expensive are these things actually? Where are we? 500? Huh? Sheesh. It kind of sucks as well because we've got like no large pipes near here. Guess we kind of have. Can do that. Electric cable. Guess we could do that. And then hot water pipe. Let's actually bring it through the workshop there. Connect it into the water boiler. And then these showers as well. Okay, let's connect those up. That's actually missed. There we go. Hang on, did I not place those down? Okay, cool. So that water boiler is being installed as well, which is fantastic. Last thing we need to do is just add a quick fence around this one. Again, I'm not too sure if prisoners can sabotage these water boilers or not, but I kind of want to play it safe. You know, I always do in Prison Architect, especially with, you know, the gangage thing I have going on. Not cool. And you know what? I kind of want to remove the grass under here as well, just to make it look good. Well, look bad, I guess, you know, because this is like a maintenance-ish area. Let's go with that. See how that goes. Yeah, it's good to get our workmen doing something for a change, because they've had quite an easy time off for the past little while. Okay, has that actually made a difference to our sinks? I think it has. This one not so much. Has this one actually got heat? It doesn't, because somehow how have I missed a hot water pipe there? Okay, it's in progress. Oh, there he goes. Look, he's now installing it. Nice. Okay, so I think that will work. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is add radiators in strategic places. You don't have to add them to like every single cell, which is fantastic. Thank goodness they didn't do that. But I'm gonna have to try and figure out the best place to put these. I kind of want it near the cell, like, or near the entrances, but I kind of don't. I'm gonna give one a go there and see how that goes. Of course, that will mean I need one. You just hear the tasers going off, and it's very distracting. One there as well. And hopefully that will be enough to bleed into this central cell section as well. So I believe one there was what I needed. Let's go back into our hot water. Okay, so I think it was here. I'll wait until it's been added in, or wait until they've been put in, and then I will try and hook them up. Mornings are always very interesting in this prison, because that's when all the fun stuff goes down. The gangs wake up angry, and they get together and they go, you know what, yeah, let's cause some trouble today. Okay. Are those radiators in yet? Yes, they are. We got the hot water symbol flashing. You see, on these ones, the hot water symbol flashes red, whereas the showers didn't unless you went into utilities. That means that unless they have hot water, they won't work, whereas the other ones were optional. So there you go. Okay, hot water pipe. Should just be able to add it down there. And down there. And I think this one we're going to connect up to this boiler. So yeah, I'm not sure how far that can go before it's not any... Oh, autosave. Before it's not any good. But I guess we'll find out, won't we? Okay, let's go along there. And I'm also not sure if prisoners can use these to aid their escape or not. Again, I guess that's another thing we'll have to see. Okay, but let's take a look now at our logistics and the temperature and see. Okay, so those haven't been hooked up just yet. But it's daytime as well anyway, which means the temperature is slowly going up. Alright, prisoners can actually overheat as well, so if they get too hot, like working in the kitchen, then they will get too hot and they will get angry and they will lash out. I guess what we can do now is we can go and fill our capacity up again, turn back on prisoner intake. Going for a good like 12 minutes now, getting things sorted out. Okay, have these got hot water yet? That one has. This one hasn't. Why not? Because I've missed a pipe? No, there he goes, he's added it in. Okay, so now let's take a look at our logistics and temperature. So you can see straight away, the place where the radiators are started to increase the heat in the prison quite dramatically, actually. As you can see, okay, so the corridors increase in temperature quite quickly. Is when the heat has to pass through doors, is when it's a little bit more tricky. So I guess we're going to have to add, like, radiators in these corridors as well. What I'm going to try and do is, because this is one big corridor, because there's no doors going into shower, I'm going to attempt to add a radiator. Where are we? Just outside the shower. So one there and one there. They will of course need hot pipes. Where did I add it? Like there, was it? Cool. And the other one I added, I think, here. Yeah, okay, so once those get added in, hopefully that will increase the temperature for those two cell blocks. Oh, the other thing we need is heat in our Supermax area here as well, because we do not want these guys getting angry, even though they can't. I just realized because of, oh, we need another boiler here as well, geesh. Okay, maybe I could get away with adding just like a small boiler room in here. That might be kind of cool, actually. Let's do that. Yeah, even though these guys can't actually get mad about heat yet, because it hasn't been added to, or it's only a problem for existing prisoners, not new ones. No, other way around. It's only a problem for new prisoners, not existing ones. Okay, there we go. And then let's get some hot water pipes in there as well. Okay. So let's just go shoink like that. And just like through the kitchen, I guess. Like that. Okay, cool. So our workmen will add that in. You know, I've realized these Supermax guys, they don't actually use the yard, which I built for them, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, something else I did is I changed our meal quality. If we go into the policy, I switched the quantity from medium to high and the variety from medium to low. And it actually is saving us quite a bit of money. Oh, I forgot the hot water pipe going to the radiator. Just do it like that. Yeah, so I switched the meal quality, and that's actually saved us quite a bit of money. Like maybe an extra $500 to $1,000 per day, which is really fantastic. I don't think I'm ever going to pass this grant section here, the general education. I just think at this point in time, you know, we've got so many like maximum security prisoners that they don't even want to bother with it. Like if we go to our programs, no one's interested. We've had 21 pass the foundation program, which means they are actually qualified to do the general education, but either they've gone through parole and have left the prison, which is how I've managed to gain so much money, or they're just not bothered because they're too suppressed. Okay, so we've been going for 15 minutes now, and I want to show you something which the community has, like literally, I would say just discovered, but discovered like just after my last video, and that is Prison Architect actually has a 3D engine, 3D mode. The little pi symbol down here. They talked about it in their new update. It takes a little while. But yeah, check this out. How awesome is this? They actually have a 3D mode in Prison Architect. Some stuff doesn't quite work the same. Like you can't really place things down. It's a bit wonky. I'm also looking for the radiators I've just installed. Wasn't it like here? Oh yeah. So, and some of them are still just using sprites. But yeah, they've got some 3D models. Like, it does seem a little bit weird, like the fences are just these brick walls. I would have thought there would be like a chain link fence and it would be sort of, you know, the same sort of height as these walls. There's no differentiation between walls and or brick walls and concrete walls, like they all have the same texture. The UI is a little bit wonky. Some things are 3D. I love the 3D trees. They're just tiny. And like the fully grown ones, I think that is a fully grown one, it's just of a different type. Like, yeah, so some sprites are still there. You've got some benches and tables. Oh, no, it's just really cool just going around your prison and seeing like actual 3D models. Like, look at this power generator and the capacitors. How cool is that? And you go over here, and you see the water station, or the water pump. How awesome is that? And the storage boxes. It's just so cool. Like little cooks going around doing their thing. Go right down in there like, hey buddy, you got a cabbage here. Cook that cabbage. Cabbage and spuds. That's basically what these prisoners eat. You go over here. They're all just chilling. Just eating their food. It's just such a cool addition. Like, it's one of those little things where obviously we're not going to play in this mode because, like I said, I think the UI is a little bit wonky. Oh, they fixed it. Okay, so you can kind of build still in this mode. But yeah, it's just really cool. I mean, look at that. I've just completely zoomed out. Oops. I've completely zoomed out. You can even flip upside down. What is up? What is this nonsense? Oh, hang on. I got someone at the door. I do beg your pardon. That was a delivery for my mother, and I'm currently the only one in. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, you go all the way up like this, and it looks the same. It kind of looks a little bit different. You know, you can't tell exactly what's wrong. You zoom in, and you just realize, oh, it's 3D. So yeah, let's just switch back to 2D mode. So I think a couple of episodes ago I said like it's going to be maybe 21 episodes in this series, and this is episode 20. Whoa, I'm a little bit out of breath. Basically today was just going through some new updates with you and getting our prison ready for new intakes because of the new heat situation. Like, look, we'll check it out. It's nighttime now. Temperature outside is a chilly 11 degrees and our heaters are working. Losing a little bit of heat right on the edge here. Maybe we need to do something about that, or maybe it's fine. You know, what heat is this? 15 degrees, that's fine. I could live in 15 degrees. But the rest of it is staying at a nice toasty 20 degrees, which is fine. Those cells are getting a bit cool, which is, You know, the big problem as well with like these cells is they've got windows. Also didn't realise that this water boiler, having that inside, raises the temperature quite a bit too. Obviously, of course it would, Dale. It's a freaking water boiler. 30 degrees there? Wow. Maybe that's getting a little bit too hot. I'm not sure if there's actually any sort of ramifications of doing stuff like that. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. Next episode, we will be expanding our prison. Just like that. Haha. And we will be building some new sections along here. I've got to make some plans maybe for it. The idea is to finish the series once our prison capacity and our prisoners level goes up to 200. We complete this tiny little grant. I'm thinking maybe just getting a load of minimum security prisoners in there, and maybe they'll be tempted to do the class and do the foundation education or whatever it's called. But I don't think it's going to happen because it'll take way too long. So I guess I'm just going to stick with our current split of mostly medium and some maximum as well, no minimum, just because that way we get more money for prisoner intake. And yeah, so it's going to be fun trying to figure that out. Also, we got to beautify our prison. You know, we got 20 grand to play with. I think I'm going to spend most of that on, like I said, building the prison up. I'm probably just going to do, what is it, like 5 of these cell blocks here, since this holds 20 prisoners. I'll just put like 5 of them all in a row, have a big canteen on the side, and use the kitchen to heat them up. No, we'll see how we go. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, guys. This has been episode 20 of Prisoner Architect, and I will see you all next time for episode 21. Thanks again, and goodbye.